guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So in today's reading, we're going to be seeing what messages and predictions we can get for you for the month of September 2020. So there's going to be 3 readings for you guys to choose from. I'm going to show you each of the crystals one by one, and then please pick whichever one you feel the most drawn to. So number 1 is orange calcite. Number 2 is blue aventurine. And number 3 is rhodochrosite. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number ones, so if you chose the orange calcite, this is going to be a reading for the month of September 2020. So let's start off by taking a look at this oracle card here. So your first card is Life Lessons. It says, you can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessing they contain. So this is pretty big deal. I think this is a very, very exciting card. What this is telling me is that you guys are going to successfully eliminate some negative thought pattern or some limiting belief in your mind this month, and it is going to shift the way you manifest things. It's like you're removing that blockage that has been getting in the way for the past months or even for the past years. So for you guys watching this reading, think about something in your life that it seems like no matter how much you try or how many times you try it, it keeps ending in that same disappointing outcome. Maybe it's, any connection you're in, the person seems to turn out to not be who you thought they were. Maybe it's trouble manifesting abundance. Maybe it's just manifestation in general. It seems like, anytime it seems like you're about to get something that you want, it flips on you. Whatever that blockage is, you are removing it this month. And I think that is so huge because I'm sure you have been trying to find this blockage for a long time. What is stopping me? What is blocking my energy? And I have a feeling for most of you guys, this is not going to come from an outside source, It's not going to come from you watching some how to manifest XYZ video or taking notes from another person. I think this is an inner epiphany that you guys are going to have. You could just be in the shower or going for a walk, your mind is idle, and then it just hits you like, oh my gosh, it's this belief that I have that I need to change, or it's this action, this behavior that I need to do differently, and that's what is going to get me on the right track. And once you're able to identify that blockage and get over it and change it, oh my gosh, it's like magic. Things are going to start manifesting in your life so quickly, to the point where it's almost hard to believe this is really happening. People will start treating you differently. Random little gifts and blessings start popping into your life. Maybe you start getting free stuff. You hear communication from somebody you haven't heard from in ages. And it's like this instant switch. Something that has been hindering your manifestation for so long, it's instantly switched and removed. Whew. Okay. I'm getting excited. This is such a wonderful card to start off with. So yes, fast and effortless manifestation this month for you guys. And now that I think about it, that goes really well with this energy of the orange calcite. It is such a cheerful stone, and it's such an energizing and inspiring energy. So you guys are going to feel really excited about the direction things are going in the month of September. Okay, so for the next part of the reading, I have 3 tarot cards and 3 oracle cards, and these are going to show us predictions in the areas of love, career, and your spiritual and personal growth. So let's start with love. There's the Ace of Swords, and it says, I am ready for a breakthrough to success. I don't know exactly what this one is called. Maybe it's called the couple or the lovers, but you know what it's about. Look at that. So, this looks like a good month for love. The Ace of Swords, this is about some communication coming in, a new start in your love life. I'm going to try interpreting this for as many different relationship statuses as possible. So firstly, if you guys do not currently have a love interest, I think this card is showing somebody popping into your life quite suddenly and unexpectedly, and that may be a result of you guys removing this blockage. But swords is very, very fast moving, and with this being an ace, like the number 1, I'm feeling like from the moment you guys discover this blockage, within 1 week this new person can be entering into your life. If you already have somebody in mind, they're going to reach out and communicate to you, or their communication is going to become a lot more frequent. And if you guys are taken, this shows improved, more direct and honest communication between the two of you. So no matter what the status is, your communication is improving. That is the bottom line of it. And then we get to this card. To me, this is it's such an intimate card. You know, it looks like just the two of them. They're off in a secluded area. They are so entranced and mesmerized by each other, and they're just sitting in the moment, enjoying each other's company. I imagine that they're having some, deep exchange of emotions. They're having a heart to heart, and they're really, really bonding. So again, whatever the level is of your relationship status right now, the person that you are involved with, I think in the month of September, you're really going to start to notice the nature of their communications to you becoming warmer, becoming more affectionate, even more loving, and they're going to become more vulnerable and more open with you, because the nature of this tarot card, it's very open and direct and honest. So they're really, really going to start opening up and being very honest with you about how they're feeling, which is going to result in the relationship moving to a new level. And I think that you are going to have these communications with ease, even if the idea of opening up and saying what's on your mind could seem scary to you. When you're in that moment and when you're looking into their eyes, it actually feels so easy and so comfortable. And actually, I just said looking into their eyes, and as soon as I said it, I was like, it doesn't even have to be in person. Like, even if you guys are texting or on the phone or whatever it is, once you get to talking about your feelings, it's just going to feel so easy and effortless. And so I see really, really significant bonding in this month. I feel like in this month, you're going to do more bonding than you have done like in all the previous months combined. This is really, really significant for love. You're going to get to know this person so much better. Okay, so let's look at career now. The King of Wands and the Anchor. So the King of Wands has been appearing so much. I would say he appears like literally in every other personal reading that I've been doing, and I think he even showed up in the August 2020 predictions video. So if you guys chose that pile last month that had the King of Wands, clearly he is following you guys. He wants to keep reminding you like, hello, I'm here. But he's been showing up so much, and so I think this really is a relevant message for the collective, but it's coming through for you guys for your career in the month of September. This King of Wands card, first of all, the message on it says, I am successful in all I do. So this is a really important message to repeat to yourselves. I am successful in all I do. Anything your heart wants to do, anything you're passionate about, you can and you will make a living out of it. That is your purpose in this life, to make a living out of what you love, because the King of Wands is passionate and creative and bold, and he has so much fire and so much love in his heart. You guys are meant to do something that lights your heart up. Especially if you guys are creatives, if you guys are artists, you really are being called to make that your career. But in any case, the King of Wands shows me somebody who is meant to be their own leader, be their own boss, and have freedom and control over their life. So to have their own business, to make their own hours, to set their own price, to set their own standards for the life that they want to live. You guys are meant to be in charge. Okay, so if even if you're not self-employed, I think you guys are meant to have a career that is very flexible, that lets you have freedom and a certain degree of independence. But I do think for most of you, this is encouraging you, oh my gosh, I can't talk, encouraging you into self-employment, and like I said, especially in the creative fields. Now getting into this oracle card, the Anchor, in the month of September, you guys could be hitting a little bit of a standstill in your career. This is completely normal, you know, some months we do really, really well, some months are a bit slower, and it's fine. So the message that I want to give you guys is, you know, don't let this deter you from your long-term goals. Don't let this trick you into thinking that something's going wrong and you're not going to get there, because it's entirely normal. Nothing in life is linear. A lot of our progress is in waves like this. But what's important is the big picture. So if you're making progress in the grand scheme of things, and that's what this ship makes me think of on this oracle card, because the ship makes me think of like a long-term journey, a long-term investment. And so this is here as a reminder for you that in the grand scheme of things, you're still progressing, you're still getting better. And if this is a slow month for you, I bet you anything it's still much, much better than the slow months that you were having in the past, you know? And your slow month might be somebody else's busy and successful month. So remember to always be grateful for every little bit of work you get, every little bit of business you get. And even when things slow down, remember that it's just temporary. This standstill is temporary, and you guys are still made for this. It's still gonna go amazingly. And yeah, you'll be back on track in no time. So please don't worry about it. I'm not really feeling any warning messages here, just a little bit of a slowdown. Maybe you guys need a little bit of a rest to take care of yourself and recharge and rejuvenate so that you can get back to the busy time with more motivation and more energy. All right, so your final cards, this is about your spiritual and personal growth. So there's the Devil. It says, I am free of whatever is holding me back. And there's, I believe it's called the Clover, something like this. This card is about freeing yourself from your negative thoughts, freeing yourselves from your fears, your insecurities, that inner voice of your ego. And this oracle card here, this is about small gains or having a little bit of luck in your life. You know, it's the little victories. And so if I put these meanings together, your ego, your inner critic, your inner judgmental voice, I feel like sometimes if you guys run into a little blessing or a little bit of luck, rather than, celebrating that and being grateful for that and being proud of yourself for what you earned, maybe you guys tend to think more of like, well, I could have done better. I could have gotten more. It's like you skip the part of celebrating it and being happy, and you just keep going to like more and more and more. For an example, let's say you're a YouTuber and you hit like 10,000 subscribers. You hit this, that's a really important milestone. And rather than being like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of myself. I worked so hard for this. This is amazing. I'm so amazing. Like, you skip that and you're already at the like, okay, now we have to go to 20,000. And so it's like, no matter what level you get to, you're in that mindset of like dissatisfaction, or I need to be better. I need to be already higher. So I think this is a mentality that your guides are asking you to work on, because it can become this never-ending cycle. You could tell yourself like, I'll be satisfied once I reach 20,000, then I'll know that I made it, and then I'll know that I'm good enough. And then you reach 20,000 and already you're thinking about hitting 30,000, and it really is never ending. It's like the hamster in a wheel, and that's how your ego keeps you trapped in feeling lack and feeling unworthy. So this is here to tell you, remember to celebrate each little victory. Whether it's 10,000 or 1,000 or 100, it doesn't matter. You need to learn, I think, how to be proud of yourself, proud of your accomplishments, and be very grateful, like slow down and take time to appreciate every little blessing, all the little things in your life. So switching, from the lack mentality to the mentality of abundance is really what I want to say here. And I feel like this message is especially important if you guys are going through just a kind of more, I don't even want to say slow, but maybe just a more relaxed month in your career, to even appreciate that and say, like, you know what? Like, I'm still killing it. I'm still killing it. I'm still doing amazing. And I'm so grateful for this job. I'm so grateful for the security that it brings me. Just slowing down and taking time to appreciate stuff. I wonder if that has to do with this blockage that's being removed. Like, if this is the belief that you're learning to change, that then brings more manifestation into your life. It all seems to tie together, doesn't it? But overall, it looks really, really wonderful, especially in terms of the love life over here, and really just becoming more confident and adopting a mentality of gratitude. You guys are preparing for some wonderful months ahead during this month. As for days that are significant to you this month, that could be something significant happening. I'm just looking at the numbers here. So there's the 1st, the 2nd, this would be the 8th, because there's no September 35th, so I add them. 1st, 2nd, 8th, 15th, and the 24th. There could be significant things happening on those days of the month for you. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hi, number 2s. So if you chose the blue aventurine, this is going to be your reading for the month of September 2020. So first, let's take a look at your oracle card here. Gold with divine intervention. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. You guys, your wish is coming true in this month. In September 2020, your prayer is being answered. This card is coming for your angels to let you know that they have been listening to your prayers. I know sometimes it can feel like you're not being heard, but this whole time up until now, they have been orchestrating the answering of your prayers, which means they're getting everybody and everything where they need to be for this manifestation to play out. So yes, they have been working on it this whole time. They did not forget about you. And in September 2020, now is the moment of the big reveal. It's the moment for everything to unfold. And I'm getting the feeling that the way this all happens is going to kind of come as a surprise to you. And when you guys were praying for this thing that you wanted the most, that is so close to your heart, maybe it was, with half of that sort of feeling like, well, it's not really going to happen, but you're still kind of, telling your wish to your guides anyway, but thinking like, I don't really know if it's gonna work out, almost half like losing hope. And your guides are like, you thought. We were paying attention the whole time. We set it up for you. Yes, like when you get that present on Christmas that you didn't think you were gonna get, this is that kind of feeling. It's amazing. And I know how important this wish is to you because it's coming out as gold, like something that is so valuable, and your guides want you to know as well this thing that you have been wishing for the most, whether that's an opportunity, a person, a state of mind, a thing, a place you want to go to, whatever it may be. That value that you see in it, how happy you imagine it would make you, how much it will improve your life, your guides want you to know that they wholeheartedly agree. They're like, you made a really good choice. You have some good taste. Let us grab that for you. So they're going to bring it over to you. I'm so happy. Yes, your biggest wish is coming true. This is gold. Woo! And yes, in a kind of surprising way with this divine intervention, I don't think you're going to be expecting it. And it's kind of funny because I'm having this vision of like the times that you have tried with your own power to make this happen, it hasn't worked out. And then the divine is just going to swoop in and do it in like 3 seconds. Oh my gosh, you guys are set. You guys are good. And it's so exciting. It's like, you cannot even be sad about anything anymore because you're like, I don't care, I got my gold. Okay, so let's look at the next cards now. So I have 3 tarot cards and 3 oracle cards, and these will show us about love, career, and spiritual and personal growth in the month of September. So let's start out with love, the world, beautiful. And this is the woman, I believe. This is a card about feminine energy. So the world is an amazing card for anything because it shows something coming to completion, something being achieved or accomplished. So it almost is making me think about, getting into a relationship or realizing that the person who you have had your eye on and had feelings for feels the same way about you too, because when it comes to love and relationships, this shows reciprocated feelings, and then of course it shows that success and accomplishment and something coming to completion. A lot of you guys are getting into a relationship this month or getting that confession of feelings from the person that you have wanted for so long. And look at this card. It says, I celebrate life and welcome new energy. I feel like, you're going to be so happy with the outcome of your love life, of the outcome with your person of interest, that you're gonna be like this person here, just frolicking through life, smelling the flowers and enjoying everything because nothing can get your spirits down. The world. Some of you guys may be getting into a relationship with somebody who is a foreigner, like from a different country or from a different background, or somebody who has had, a lot of different experiences than you have, like kind of, in a different arena than you. And so you guys can learn a lot from each other. You expand each other's horizons. But the main point of this card is that you're getting your feelings reciprocated, and it's going to feel so good. And then we have this card, which, like I said, is about feminine energy, and it's also about intuition. So this card is here to tell you that your intuitive feelings about whatever love situation you are involved in is spot on. If you have been thinking, maybe there's something more with this person, or, I have a feeling that they like me, but they just haven't, they haven't figured out how to tell me yet, or something like that. You're absolutely right. That is your intuition, your spidey senses picking up on the feelings of this person. It could also be saying that the person you'll be involved with has a sort of feminine energy about them. Now, it really does not matter about the gender of the person, but this will show somebody who is in turn very intuitive, very gentle, caring, nurturing, and sensitive, no matter the gender. And they may even have some kind of, soft feminine features, even if it is a male. I feel like they're very beautiful. That's the word that I want to use to describe them. Oh yes, another thing with the world as well, I think of, someone who is so very your type. They're like your ideal person. They're like your ideal person. They're just so beautiful to you. Ooh, you guys are on fire so far. So your love life is looking really, really good. And let's take a look at career now. The High Priestess. So another card about using your intuition. And the Child. Okay, so the High Priestess, her her intuition is spot on. So same as the message of this card. But the feeling that I get with the High Priestess, she is like somebody who knows her worth and commands respect. And when it comes to your workplace, this is about having the courage to know what you deserve and not to be afraid to ask for it. So some of you guys are being encouraged to, for example, apply for a new position because you know that you can do it, or ask for a raise because you know that you deserve it. If you have a feeling that you're being like shortchanged, I think is the right word. If you have a feeling that you're not getting as much as you should be getting out of your work or your job, or your boss should be treating you better, basically that you should be getting more, listen to that. That's your intuition as well. That is the truth. This card is about your intuition guiding you to the truth, and under no circumstances should you feel bad about asking for more. I think you guys in your career, you deserve more. And in this coming month in September, you're being encouraged to speak up about it. Like, demand respect, demand fairness, demand compensation for the work that you're doing. Yes, you guys should be treated better. And here, this is the Child. This can talk about immaturity. So you could be dealing with somebody in your workplace who is a little bit immature, who doesn't have their stuff together, and you may need to give them a little bit of a talking to. But this card is also about innocence, okay? So I think this could speak to you guys if you feel bad. I definitely struggle with this, but I know that there's a lot of us who are non-confrontational. We don't really want to be assertive and ruffle feathers. And even if something's kind of nagging at us and we want something more, we tend to just kind of like shut up to keep the peace and like, well, I don't know if it's my place to ask for it. This card is about innocence. So do not feel guilty about wanting more. Do not feel guilty about speaking up. This is just about you getting like the bare minimum of what you deserve. I'm really getting that feeling that some of you guys are being like shortchanged in some way or disrespected. You guys should have more. You guys should have more abundance in your life and start embodying that and knowing in your heart, like, yes, I do deserve more. I work hard. I'm good at what I do and I want more. Yes. Okay, so now let's look at the final cards, and this is for your spiritual and personal growth. Ace of Pentacles, so another card about abundance. I am always rewarded for all I do. Yes, and you make sure of that. Make sure that you are always rewarded for all you do. And then I don't know what this one is called, but we'll get into it in a second. So let's talk about the Ace of Pentacles here. I think your spiritual lesson, your lesson for personal growth in the month of September is learning how to receive. Learning how to receive, learning how to accept gifts. Yes, this is going to be a big step for you, like this big wish coming true. I feel like even this is about you learning how to receive. And, you know, we talk a lot about, in manifestation, about allowing, you know, about being open to receiving. And maybe we think like, oh, that's so obvious. Of course I'm open to receiving it. I want it so badly. But sometimes we really do have that subconscious belief that we don't deserve to receive it. And so I think this is the spiritual lesson for you. Being like, yes, I want to receive, and there is nothing wrong with that. It's not selfish, it's not greedy. You're being rewarded for your hard work, for your generosity. I feel like you guys do so much, you know, in your job, in your friendships, in all of your relationships. You guys really put in so much, and it's time for you guys to receive. So the lesson for you is to be blessed, to learn how to be blessed in the month of September, and gratefully and willingly accept these gifts that are being given to you without any feeling of guilt or like, I don't deserve this, this is too good to be true. Say yes to it. Say, yes, this is what I deserve. And take that. It is yours for the taking. Now we get to this card. So the original meaning of this card is about conflict, but I actually take a quite positive meaning from this card. And it's interesting that you got an ace with 11. So we have 1, 1, 1. This is an angel number about manifesting exactly the life that you want and creating your own destiny. So the way I see it is like, she's done being told what to do. And she's done people pleasing, and she's going to do what she wants. And this card reminds me of like, I don't know where it's from, but you know that meme? There's like the blonde woman and she's pointing and like screaming and crying at somebody. And then the other part of the picture is like a cat. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like a cat eating salad. That's what this card reminds me of. And you guys are the cat. You're like, what? Sorry, did you say something? I'm sorry, did you think I needed your opinion? Like, you guys are coming into your own this month. You're stepping up and you're commanding that respect and saying, no, this is the way it's going to be done now. Your girl's getting rewards now, or your boy's getting rewards now. And you're going to start creating the life that you want. So don't listen to people's opinions. Don't worry about that. Just worry about you and what you want to do. And especially, don't let what people say influence what you think you should do, what you think you should want. I know like there's sometimes what we truly want in our hearts and then what we think we should want based on what others say. And sometimes we can get tricked like that. So this is about you. This is about what you want. Sometimes we even trick ourselves out of what we really want because we think like, oh, it's not going to happen. But little Miss Gold over here said, it's happening. It's coming to you. What an exciting month. What an exciting month for you guys. It's like you're finally getting all the rewards that you deserve. I'm so happy to see this. So finally, let's take a look at the numbers on these cards because they could tell us what days of the month are going to be significant for you. So here we have the 1st, the 2nd, 11th, 13th, 21st, and the 29th. These could be significant days in the month of September for you. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Hi, number 3s. So if you chose the Rhodochrosite, this is going to be a reading for the month of September 2020. So let's take a look at your first oracle card here. And we have Jade with wellness. The recovery of health and wellness is here. So this will be a wonderful card for those of you who have had any significant health problems in the past or are still struggling with a health problem. This is showing your physical state improving in the month of September. However, this can also be referring to mental health. So those of you who struggle with anxieties or struggle with insecurities, with low motivation, this is going to be improving in the month of September as well. And this card, it can even go down to small little things like sleeping better or having clearer skin. You guys are going to be glowing from the inside out in the month of September. Now there is a message that I want to share with you. This card is confirming to you that your efforts put into your health will pay off. So this is not necessarily saying that, you will do nothing and make no effort and your health magically improves, but rather an encouraging message to you that if you have been taking the steps and putting in that effort, it is going to work tremendously for you. But when I pick up on your energy, it feels a lot lighter. Like you feel lighter on your feet, you feel more energized, and you feel refreshed. Yes, like you have been kind of like cleaned out from the inside, almost as if you have been detoxed. So it's a really, really nice feeling. All right, so let's take a look at your other cards now. I have 3 tarot cards and 3 oracle cards, and these are going to give us predictions for the month of September in the areas of love, career, and spiritual and personal growth. So let's start with your love cards. There's the Knight of Swords, and it says, I choose my battles carefully. And then we have the Sun. So generally when it comes to relationships and connections, I interpret the Knight of Swords as some sort of sudden communication. Like you can see he is rushing in. The Swords energy is very fast. And this can kind of show some unexpected changes in your love life. So I have a feeling, and this will depend on your relationship status, but I think some of you guys are going to be hearing from an ex or from somebody that you were in a situationship with and you thought that they had ghosted, or you thought that you weren't going to hear from them anymore. Suddenly they are popping back into your life. And I think for most of you with this Sun energy here, you know, this is going to be something that makes you feel very good. Maybe this was something that you were trying to manifest, like you wanted a message from this person, you wanted communication. And not only are you getting it, but actually the nature of the communication is going to make you happy too. You know how sometimes like you're trying to manifest communication from this person you're in a situationship with, and then they finally text you and you're all excited and it just says like, hey, and then, you know, nothing really changes the dynamic and it's kind of disappointing. This is going to be like, they are saying something that you actually wanted to hear. Now, this is going to be different for all of you, of course, with this being a general reading, but like, for example, if you had, an ex or someone you were previously involved with who hurt you and you really wanted them to come back and own up to what they did, you really wanted them to reach out and express a desire to start over and this kind of thing. This Sun card, like all the happiness in this card, this tells me they're basically going to be saying to you verbatim what you would have wanted them to say when you were manifesting this communication. So I think it's going to make you feel very, very happy to have this person back in your life. However, this card with the message, I choose my battles carefully, and you know, with one of the pieces of advice with the Knight of Swords being about like things are happening really quickly, so you have to think before you act. And you know, you might be so like over the moon by them coming back and saying all these nice things, and you might feel like you want to jump into something with them, like off of that you know, heat of the moment, I think would be a way to put it. And this card is asking you to kind of think about it. You know, they may be talking this talk like they've changed a lot and like they really miss you and they love you and whatever it is. But I think this is advising you to wait it out and make sure that the person actually they're not just talking the talk, they're walking the walk. So if they say they've changed and all this stuff, let them prove it to you with their actions as well. And really, really think if this is somebody that you want back into your life, because I feel like it's really 50-50 for you guys. Some of you are really being discouraged from getting involved with them again. Like it's not going to end well. Others of you, it's like, be careful. Just be careful and let things play out and see how they are treating you differently and see that they really, really have changed. Yes. Now, for those of you who are taken already in a relationship, this is going to be a bit of a different message. Yeah, I'm actually feeling that it is quite different. This message of choose your battles carefully. Your partner may do something this month that, you know, kind of bothers you, or you might just be feeling a little bit extra sensitive. We all have those times. This card is kind of saying like, try not to like act out too quickly, or try not to, blurt out what you're thinking too quickly, because you might say some things that you don't mean, and you could get into an argument over something that really didn't need to become an argument. So the advice for you in the month of September is, if something's bothering you, like, I know it sounds so cliche, like the whole count to 10 thing, like take a deep breath and count to 10. But maybe you can do something like, when you're in that moment where you're feeling all the feelings and you're irritated, like write down everything that's bothering you as if you were writing them a long angry text, and then leave it. Come back to it when you've calmed down. And if there's still things that you want to say to them out of that long angry text, then you can talk about it calmly. But you might find that once you've stepped away from it and calmed down and come back, you're like, okay, yeah, never mind, I was overreacting. And we all do it. Like, I really should not be talking. But yeah, just there might be something, I don't know if it's like a transit that's happening for you guys, that you might just be feeling a little bit more reactive, a little bit more on edge this month in your relationship. So just, choose your battles carefully, literally how this card is saying. And this is going to ensure a very, very happy relationship for you. Okay, so now let's move on to your message about career. Wonderful. Queen of Pentacles, I have everything I need to prosper. And the mice. So the Queen of Pentacles, this is a wonderful card for abundance. The feeling that I'm kind of getting with this card is it's not like the abundance itself is coming in this month. However, I think this month you guys are getting into the mentality of abundance and the mentality of gratitude. So this card is probably like a heads up for you. Like in the coming months, some big money is coming in, and we have to make sure that you're in the right mentality to accept it. Because if you guys are in a lack mentality, even when the money comes in, that's not going to change. You're still going to be in a lack mentality. So make sure that you're in that good headspace to receive the money and the wealth. I said something similar in pile 1, I think it was, as an example. If you're in that lack mentality of like, oh, I have no money, this sucks, even if in that frame of mind you were successful in manifesting like $1,000, you're not going to be happy. Then you're going to be like, oh, I have no money, I want $2,000. That lack mentality will just catch up to you. It will adapt to every level that you go up. So, when it comes to feeling abundant and prosperous, the mindset is way more important than the actual money itself, because it's so relative, it's so subjective. There's people who could have much less than you materially, but they're so much more happy with it because they have that mindset of gratitude and like, I always have everything I need, I'm always taken care of. So this card is kind of telling you, like, get your mindset ready this month, because in the following months, that's when you're going to see the finances increase, and we want to make sure you feel really good about that and that you feel proud of yourself, most importantly, because this is going to be money that you worked hard for, and it would be a shame if you can't appreciate that and celebrate yourself. So your guides really want to get you in the right frame of mind for that. Now the mice is an interesting one. So it does have a message of productivity in it. So this can be predicting that you'll be really motivated to get good work done. You'll be very, very productive this month. But there's also a meaning of loss, and I believe theft. And you can see this mouse is eating the cheese, and the mouse is coming up like, hey, can I have some of that? And with the Queen of Pentacles, I know that you guys are very, very generous, and this card is saying, like, be careful not to be overly generous, or to not give to people who won't return it, or give to people who are not deserving. It's like you're giving away your cheese and this is your guide, like, oh, here they go again. I think, like, it's wonderful to be generous. It's wonderful to share your gifts. There's just a little bit of a warning message here that, some people might take advantage of that. And because this section is for your career, maybe there's somebody like in your workplace who maybe steals your credit, you know, who steals a little bit of your shine, or, you know, you're doing really well and they're just trying to piggyback off you and get in on it. Just be aware of that. Because the Queen of Pentacles, she really draws in, she has such a warm and inviting nature to her, and she's very comforting, and sometimes she could draw in a couple bad eggs here and there. So it's just a little bit of a protective message for you. And then finally, let's look at your cards for spiritual and personal growth. This is a great card for spiritual growth. The Chariot. I go forward with confidence, and I really need to get better at this deck because I feel like I don't know what they're called. But it's really interesting that you have like this duality of light and dark in both of the cards here. This makes me think about you arising is not the right word. Overcoming. Overcoming adversity, overcoming your insecurities, and choosing to be confident no matter what. And this might go with that Jade card about improving your mental health. I think a lesson for you guys in terms of your spiritual journey and your personal growth is that it's good to strive for greatness and strive to be better, but it will never be perfect, you know. I think maybe I kind of see in you guys this, like, you know, when I reach this level I'll be good, and then you get there, and it was the same for pile 1, so maybe you guys want to watch pile 1, but like, you know, when I get here it will be okay, when I get here it will be okay, and it's like, it's never okay. You guys might have that kind of perfectionist nature where like it's never enough, and you're kind of waiting to be confident. Like, I can be confident once I've accomplish this and this, and once I get rid of this flaw that I have. And I feel like with this duality here and going forward anyway, it's like, yeah, I have flaws and I have weaknesses, and I'm still confident. And yes, I am a work in progress, and I'm always going to be a work of progress. You know, the work never stops. And so it's really important that we love the work that we're doing, that we love ourselves, and that working on ourselves is a joy. And then we don't think of, you know, this is something that needs to be eradicated so that we can be good enough to be confident. It's loving yourself for the light and the dark, and whatever level you're at, whatever stage you're at in your career, whatever stage you're at in your healing journey, in your love life, in your, I don't know, whatever level you're at, you are happy there because that's where you are. That's the lesson for you guys. And I think, you know, that this is coming up for September, and I hope that it will start to really sink in and you'll really start to embody that in your life this month. Okay, so finally, before we end the reading, I want to just take a look at the numbers that have appeared to show us what days might be significant for you. So obviously there's not a September 31st, so I'll add this up to make the 4th. So we have the 4th and the 7th, as well as the 22nd and the 23rd. These could be significant days for you guys in the month of September. But overall, this does look really, really nice. Protect your energy and prioritize your mental health and your confidence this month. That's kind of the protection messages for you. Oh, and also take it easy with if you guys have an ex or someone coming back, take it easy with that too. But yes, I see major abundance coming in for you guys in the following months. So you guys are going to be all set, and you're going to become very, I guess high vibration would be the way to put it. Like, you're going to be shining. You're going to be on top of your game in the coming months. So some advice for you as well, which we've kind of seen in this reading, is just to be a bit more selective about who you let near that energy, because some people are going to take and not give anything back to you, which we don't want. We want to be giving and receiving, okay? So as you embody this queen more and more and more, just be aware of that. You are going to attract a lot of people, some good and some bad. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you very, very much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.